Hey everyone, Lion Roar here, and I'm back with another Gemstone Legends video. And if you've checked your inbox, you're going to see that they've dropped some new heroes for the weekend of February 19th, and I'm going to talk about them today. So if you'd like a chance at these heroes, in the description of this video I put a link along with a code, #Lion#, that you can use to get 50 free summons. That's 50, that's a lot. A number of chances to get one of these. So I highly suggest that. Just make sure that you have time to download the game and play through the tutorial and put the code in within 3 hours. That way you can make sure that you get your free stuff. All right, let's check these heroes out. The first thing you're going to notice with all of these heroes is they have the same artwork, and that indicates that they're in the same family. So they do have different colors that go with them, but that does matter. First of all, within families, you're going to notice a theme in the specials. Sometimes they might hit all the opponents, they might hit a single opponent, but they all kind of do a similar thing. So that's something you're going to notice. Also, heroes in the same family do matter for leveling and ascending, giving a bonus to that as well. So that's really important. I don't have all the mechanics of that figured out quite yet. You know, I'll talk about that in a later video when I truly understand it more. But let's look at these individual heroes and their specials and what you can expect with them and which ones are pretty good. So this is Octavia, and these are all epic heroes, but Octavia, her first special is Explosive Shot, 100% to inflict Assassin's Mark for 1 turn, 2 times, then deals damage based on 105% attack to a single enemy and detonates Assassin Marks immediately. Now, Assassin's Mark is a special that, like, when it lands, it explodes and deals damage based on 15% of HP, just so you understand that. Also, secondary ability, Killer's Satisfaction, restores 100 mana whenever she kills an enemy, speed increased by 20. Always increasing mana and speed is extremely powerful. Along with that first explosive shot, she's dealing a ton of damage. She's a big damage dealer. So when she starts to go off, then it sort of starts this chain reaction of going off even sooner too, because of the speed and the mana increase here. And also a very important ability, she is a leader in the arena. She increases the speed of all allies in the arena by 17%. That is incredible. And speed is the name of this game. It is one of the best, maybe the best mechanic in this game, either decreasing your opponent's speed or increasing your own. So I'm looking toward Octavia being a really powerful hero, and probably one you might want to consider ascending to 6 stars. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. This is Frida. Frida is a ranger. Her first ability is Overwhelming Arrows. Deals damage based on 148% attack to all enemies. Ignores 20% defense. And this is also apparently a very powerful ability. You're going to see this on a number of heroes. When I had talked about some of the most powerful mechanics in this game, one of them being speed. The other one is when you either ignore defense or lower the defense of the opponents. It just makes them that much easier to kill. So this is a really good ability, an area of effect damage dealer that's going to hit all the opponents. The secondary ability is passive, Light Steps, gains increased speed for 5 turns when she kills an enemy, speed increased by 20. So there we go again, we have another ability that is affecting speed and is really important in this game. And then lastly, she is a crit damage leader in the arena, increases crit damage of all allies in the arena by 25%. Yeah, of course, that's really good, especially if you have heroes that are, you know, they have like some of the crit rate equipment on, so they're hitting for critical damage quite frequently. Then this is going to increase their damage as well. So, you know, you of course want to pair effects like crit rate and crit damage increases. So that's going to be good. But outside of that, if you're not using much crit rate increase equipment or anything like that, this ability is not the best one in the game, but it is a good one if you can synergize it well. So she is another really powerful hero. The things that make her so good are ignoring defense and increasing speed, which is just the name of this game. Next we have Jacinta. Jacinta is a ranger. The first ability is Shadow Arrow. Deals damage based on 234% attack to a single enemy, 100% chance to inflict heal, block, and curse for 4 turns. Now, curse is an ability that removes a positive status from an opponent. So if they have like increased attack or increased defense or something like that, it's going to remove one of those per turn. Second ability, Accurate Shots. Accuracy increased by 5% for every 10% crit rate. Speed increased by 20. So typically with this kind of ability, you want to put equipment on a hero that increases crit rate so that accuracy also increases, and that would be a good idea with this one, although I have to say that Heal Block and Curse are not typically the most powerful of status ailments to put on opponents. So, you know, having your accuracy increase to make sure they land is important, but you're also beefing up abilities that aren't necessarily the best ones. This is going to be a very situational hero based on these particular statuses, and probably only one that you use in certain situations. She is a resistance leader in the guild, but that is a really good leader ability. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment here. So this increases the resistance of all allies in guild-related battles by 35%, and that is a big percent. The meta right now tends to be a lot of status ailment heroes that put poison and fire and bleeding damage on, as well as things like silence and decreased speed and, you know, stuff like that. And so having a high resistance is really important to make sure that those things aren't landing on your own heroes whenever the opposing heroes are using them. Vivian is the next hero we have here, also a ranger. The first ability is Steal What You Can, deals damage based on 221% attack to a single enemy, 100% to inflict life leech and mana leech for 3 turns. And as you can guess, that's basically just stealing life and mana away from the opponent. And then the second ability is Soul Breath, accuracy increased by 50% when HP is above 50%, speed increased by 20. So of course, I'm liking the speed increase. The accuracy is also kind of nice. Of course, Life Leech and Mana Leech, while they are pretty good abilities, aren't the ones that are near the top of the list of best ones in the game, although they're pretty good. So this is sort of a hero that's going to kind of act a little slower because it depends on stealing from the opponent. Even when the speed is increased, it depends on stealing from the opponent. So it's important to take note of that. Although that 221% attack is pretty good when she's also stealing life and mana leech. Lastly, we have Brianna, again, also a ranger. The first ability is No More Fooling, deals damage based on 218% attack to a single enemy, 100% to inflict Jester on board for 4 turns. So Jester is an ability that causes the opponents to make 1 less match if they are starting their turn with that ailment on them. And of course, as you can guess, if the opponent makes less matches, they're not gaining as much mana, they're not dealing as much damage. So Jester is a really nice ability. And especially if you could build a team with a couple of heroes that could complement each other well, that would just basically choke the enemy and cause them to have Jester and things like that to keep them from ever firing. Brianna could be a really, really good role player. And then lastly, the passive ability on her is Graveyard Q. Attack increased by 20% for every dead enemy. Speed increased by 20. And again, so like as the game goes on and speed increases, that's a really powerful ability. I like Brianna a lot. She's probably the most interesting hero to me in that I think there's a number of ways you could pair her with other heroes to make her really, really powerful. On her own, I think she's going to be good. But when you pair her with other heroes that are doing mana choke and stuff like that, or like decreasing speed of the opponents, I think that just makes Brianna all that much better. So look to this hero to be one that you really want to synergize well with other heroes. All right, so there you have it. I really enjoy all of these heroes. I think Octavia is probably my favorite overall. Even Frida is pretty good as well. So, you know, I'd be happy getting a number of these heroes. Octavia, who's right here, Frida, and then Brianna are like the 3 that I kind of have my eye on as ones that I'd like to summon. I am going to do a summons video. Hopefully I get one of these. So if you'd like to see that, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when it drops. And if you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you consider liking this video. That way I know what videos you want to see in the future, and I will catch you in the next one.